Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was not your ordinary girl. She had a curious mind and a sky-high imagination. She loved to explore the world around her with a sketchbook in hand and a twinkle in her eye. Her most cherished spot? The local park, where she would lose herself in the vibrant colors of the flowers and the friendly chatter of the animals. One day, under the golden sun, Lily spotted an old man sitting alone on a park bench. With a long, snowy beard and a mysterious twinkle in his eyes, he caught Lily's attention. But what truly fascinated her was the object he held in his hands, a shimmering silver paintbrush that seemed to be crafted from stardust itself. Driven by her curiosity, Lily approached the old man. "Excuse me, sir," she said with a gentle smile. "That's a breathtaking paintbrush you have there. May I ask what you're painting?" The old man gave her a kind smile, his eyes gleaming with a secret. "Ah, young one," he said, "this paintbrush is no ordinary tool. It's magical, capable of turning your drawings into real-life wonders, but it only works for those with a pure heart and a vivid imagination." Lily's eyes sparkled with excitement. She knew she had a pure heart, and her imagination was as vast as the universe. "Could I borrow it just for a little while?" she asked, her voice filled with hope. The old man nodded, placing the magical paintbrush in Lily's hands. "Remember," he cautioned, "you must use it wisely and for good." With the magical paintbrush in hand, Lily felt a surge of excitement. She could hardly wait to see what wonders this magical tool could bring to life. With the magical paintbrush in hand, Lily returned to her favorite spot in the park, ready to explore the magic of her imagination and to share it with the world around her. She began to paint a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers, playful butterflies, and chirping birds. With each stroke of the magical paintbrush, the canvas of the park transformed dramatically. The flowers she sketched bloomed with hues so bright and fragrant they made the roses in the Queen's garden look pale in comparison. The butterflies she drew fluttered off the canvas, their wings shimmering under the sun as if made of silk threads spun from rainbows. The birds she painted erupted into joyful song, their melodies filling the air with a symphony like no other. Next, Lily painted a majestic dragon, its scales glistening in shades of emerald and sapphire. As she added the final details, the dragon roared to life and soared into the sky, its wings casting playful shadows on the ground below. The villagers gasped in awe as the dragon circled the park, a gentle giant guardian of the skies. Then, with a few broad strokes of her paintbrush, Lily created a rainbow that arched gracefully over the village. It was not just any rainbow. It shimmered and sparkled, casting a warm glow over the village that made it feel like a dream. Finally, Lily painted a house made entirely of candy. The walls were of peppermint stripes, the roof was of chocolate tiles, and the garden bloomed with lollipop flowers. As she finished the last stroke, a sweet aroma filled the air, and the candy house stood in the park, as real as the stone houses in the village. As Lily's magical creations came to life, the village transformed into a magical wonderland. The park was no longer just a park. It was a realm where imagination reigned supreme, where dreams came true, and where magic was as real as the sun that shone overhead. Word of Lily's incredible creations spread throughout the village, and soon people from all around came to see the magical park. They marveled at the breathtaking sights, played with the magical creatures, and reveled in the joy and wonder that Lily had created with her magical paintbrush. But Lily knew that she had to return the paintbrush to the old man. A sense of responsibility tugged at her heartstrings as she held the magical, stardust-laden brush. With a heavy heart, she retraced her steps to the park, where the old man waited patiently. Upon seeing Lily, his eyes lit up like twin stars in the twilight. She extended her hand, offering the magical paintbrush back to him. His gaze fell upon the brush, then lifted to meet her earnest eyes. A moment of silence hung in the air, as if time itself held its breath. With a warm smile, he gently pushed the paintbrush back towards her. "You have used the paintbrush wisely and for good," he said, his voice as soft as a summer breeze. "Now I want you to keep it as a reward for your pure heart and imagination." Lily's heart swelled with joy. From that day on, she continued to use the magical paintbrush to bring happiness and wonder to her village. She learned that with imagination and a kind heart, one could create magic in the world. And that's exactly what Lily did. With each stroke of the magical paintbrush, she crafted a world brimming with beauty, joy, and wonder. This was not just a world of vibrant flowers, playful butterflies, and soaring dragons. It was a world that embodied the essence of kindness, creativity, and the limitless bounds of a child's imagination. Lily's story was not just about the magic she created, but the impact she had on her village. She didn't use the magical paintbrush for herself, but to bring happiness and enchantment to her fellow villagers. She transformed her quiet village into a place of wonder and joy, a place where magic was not just seen, but felt. Her actions brought the community together, creating bonds that transcended the ordinary. The villagers weren't just spectators to her magic, they became part of it. The legacy of the magical paintbrush goes beyond the physical magic it created. It's a legacy of inspiration and empowerment. It showed the villagers and us that we are all capable of creating our own magic. We don't need a magical paintbrush to make the world a more beautiful place. All we need is a kind heart, a vivid imagination, and the courage to share our gifts with the world. Lily's story became a cherished tale in her village, a tale that was shared with every generation. It was a tale that reminded the villagers of the magic they witnessed, the joy they felt, and the bonds they formed. But most importantly, it was a tale that inspired them to believe in their own magic. And so, in the little village, every child knew the story of Lily and her magical paintbrush, a tale of creativity, kindness, and the power of imagination that would be passed down for generations to come. And as the story was passed down, so too was the belief in the magic within us all, a belief that continues to inspire and empower to this very day.